Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to react to the craziest things celebrities have done for attention. Now, I think being a celebrity, you need attention, don't you? You need to keep your profile popular because, when people stop caring about your movies or your songs or whatever it is that you do, if people aren't buying tickets for that, you're pretty much done, aren't you? So you kind of need to keep yourself in the public eye. So if you're not like an A-lister like Brad Pitt or whatever, you do have to actively, probably seek out the paparazzi. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a lot of celebrities who call the paparazzi beforehand or have their agents do it to let them know they're going to be at a certain place so that when the celebrities walk out of the restaurant, they're there with the cameras. I'm sure that must happen. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what the craziest things they've done for attention could be. I wonder what they could be. Maybe it could be what Kim Kardashian did at the start of her career, starring in the tape, if you know what I mean. But it's got to be other stuff as well. It should be quite an interesting video.
And Joaquin, I'm sorry you couldn't be here tonight.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 craziest things celebs did for attention.
I know what you want.
For this list, we'll be looking at the wildest and most infamous publicity stunts orchestrated by public figures to raise their profiles. Which of these bizarre antics shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments.
All right.
Number 20. Brooks Ayers fabricates medical documents.
Why though?
Brooks Ayers gained prominence as the controversial ex-boyfriend of cast member Vicki Gunvalson on The Real Housewives of Orange County.
I want to tell you how sorry I am.
For what specifically?
I'm going to be specific.
During his time on the show, Ayers claimed to be battling cancer, a diagnosis which was disputed by some of the housewives. In a bid to back up his claims, Ayers provided multiple documents that seemingly showed he was undergoing chemotherapy at the City of Hope National Medical Center. However, an investigation by E! News revealed several inconsistencies in the documents.
Was that a picture of you having chemo?
It was me prepping for chemo, yes.
Also, an official from City of Hope revealed that he had never been a patient there. In November of 2015, Ayers admitted to faking the documents, although he maintained that his cancer diagnosis was real.
I don't listen to the noise anymore because I know the truth.
Number 19.
That's got to be one of the lowest things you can do. Pretending you've got cancer? Who does that?
Bow Wow's fake private jet photo. If you ever needed a reminder to not believe everything you see on the internet, this would be it. In 2017, Bow Wow posted a picture of a private jet on his Instagram, suggesting that he was about to embark on a trip to New York with the aircraft.
He wrote, "Travel Day, NYC press run for growing up hip hop." It's like he's going to promote a show. Let's go.
But just a few hours later, the rapper and actor was photographed sitting inside a New York-bound commercial flight. Once fans did a little digging, they found out that the image was actually a stock photo obtained from the website of a private limousine service.
That's lifted from a Florida-only transportation company.
Oh. Wow.
The controversy subsequently inspired the hashtag Bow Wow Challenge, in which social media users would post side-by-side.
That's really good. Why would you lie, Bow Wow? There's no shame in traveling, in a normal airline with, other passengers. What's the shame in that?
Pictures poking fun at the deception behind the supposed luxury.
What the hell's the problem?
Because the way it looked as if I was taking the big boy jet going to New York, and really I was on Delta, first class.
Number 18. Kathy Griffin's Donald Trump mask.
He says first class, but he was probably in coach, which is fine also.
Griffin is no stranger to controversy. In the past, her comedy routines about religion and celebrity culture have attracted intense backlash. However, that all paled in comparison to this horrifying stunt.
I understand how it offends people.
In May of 2017, Griffin found herself in hot water after a photo shoot featuring her holding a bloody mask that closely resembled then-President Donald Trump went viral. The pictures drew immediate criticism, with many on both sides of the political divide arguing that she had crossed the line.
People weren't laughing online either, calling it disgusting, repugnant, shocking.
As a result, Griffin lost multiple endorsement deals and jobs, and was reportedly investigated by the Justice Department. She initially apologized for the pictures, acknowledging that she had gone too far. But a few months later, she retracted her apology.
I called my stand-up agent, and I said, this is a weird way to route a tour, but can you just send me to countries where they hate Trump? 2 weeks later, I had 15 countries and 23 cities.
Number 17.
I mean, I get it. Even if you don't like the man, even if you disagree with everything he stands for, to hold up a picture of like his head, it's really suggestive, and yeah, I don't know. It's messed up, isn't it? Really. And I would say that about any politician, unless they had really, I guess, committed absolute atrocities, like Hitler.
Paul's Bird Box Challenge. Inspired by Netflix's Bird Box, this challenge had participants mimicking the film's characters by performing everyday tasks while blindfolded. While most people attempted the challenge in enclosed spaces, Jake Paul, the popular YouTuber with a penchant for attention-seeking stunts, took to the streets.
When I hear the name Jake Paul, I can't help but think, what did he do now?
Paul chose to remain blindfolded for 24 hours, during which he drove his car, walked through a busy Los Angeles street, and fell into a pond. He was heavily criticized for jumping in on the trend, with many noting the negative influence it could have on his young audience.
Not to mention all the kids that look up to this guy and could actually consider acting out his exact actions.
Paul's video came nearly a week after Netflix put out a statement advising participants of the challenge against putting themselves in harm's way. Number 15.
Yeah, come on,
Dennis
man. Like, driving blindfolded. Take his license, man.
Rodman marries himself. One of the most widely celebrated NBA players, Dennis Rodman is also known for his controversial antics. The basketballer infamously traveled to North Korea, where he became pals with Kim Jong-un. He also had a wrestling stint opposite Hulk Hogan. But perhaps his craziest stunt was when he decided to take himself to the altar. Back in 1996, Rodman published his first autobiography, Bad As I Wanna Be, which included multiple salacious claims. While promoting the book, he dressed up in a custom-made wedding gown and rode up to a New York bookstore in a horse-drawn carriage, claiming to have married himself.
I'm all of both worlds here.
The stunt seemed to work in his favor, as the book became a bestseller for several months. Number 15.
I mean,
Kevin Spacey.
Clout chasing is just going crazy these days. People will do anything for attention, it seems.
His bizarre Christmas video. In the wake of the Me Too movement in 2017, multiple people came forward alleging that they had been assaulted by actor Kevin Spacey.
He did what he did because he knew he'd get away with it.
As a result, Spacey was fired from multiple projects and he disappeared from the public eye. About 1 year later, just as criminal charges were formally filed against him, the actor put out a bizarre YouTube video titled Let Me Be Frank. In the clip, Spacey resurrected his House of Cards character Frank Underwood, adopting his signature Southern drawl and persona.
I know what you want.
He then delivered a chilling monologue filled with double entendres that seemingly addressed the accusations leveled against him.
Like I ever played by anyone's rules before. I never did, and you loved it.
The video was criticized for being insensitive, but that hasn't stopped Spacey from putting out even more similar clips. Number 14.
And it's such a shame because I really liked House of Cards. Really did. And I still like it. One of my favorite shows. And it's just like, oh man, Kevin, why'd you have to ruin it? Why'd you have to be such a sleazebag?
Lochte Gate. During the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, American swimmer Ryan Lochte generated a huge media frenzy after claiming to be the victim of an armed robbery.
I was with a couple swimmers.
Just like juicy
and we got pulled over in our taxi.
According to Lochte, he and 3 of his teammates were pulled over by fake policemen and robbed at gunpoint. However, surveillance footage and witness testimonies later revealed that the group of swimmers had vandalized a gas station bathroom and were made to pay compensation by the security guard.
Now, 2 of the quartet of swimmers in this now infamous video blaming Lochte for inflaming a standoff that had them hauled into 2 police stations in Rio.
The incident caused significant outrage in Brazil, where Lochte was initially charged with falsely reporting a crime.
Lochte had released his own tepid apology on Friday for, quote, not being more careful and candid in how I described the events.
Although those charges were eventually dismissed, the Olympic gold medalist lost multiple endorsements and was suspended from competitive swimming for 10 months. Number 13.
Why, man? Why? Why not just tell the truth? He handled it in like probably the worst way you could imagine.
Tonya Harding's boxing career. In what is arguably the biggest scandal in professional figure skating, Nancy Kerrigan was wounded in an attack orchestrated by the ex-husband of her rival, Tonya Harding.
The attack plunged Kerrigan's Olympic dreams into doubt.
Although Harding denied any involvement in the plot, she accepted a felony plea deal and received a life ban from the U.S. Figure Skating Association. Despite this fall from grace, Harding was still a household name. She capitalized on that notoriety and transitioned into a different, unexpected sport, boxing.
Terrible Tonya Harding! This ring is so small.
Between 2003 and 2004, the former
dudes.
figure skater participated in multiple professional boxing matches, winning half of them. This stint, however, didn't last long. Due to her struggle with asthma, Harding dropped her gloves and never returned to the ring. Number 12, Joaquin Phoenix lies to David Letterman twice.
What can you tell us about your days with the Unabomber?
In 2008, Joaquin Phoenix shocked Hollywood when he announced he was giving up acting to become a rapper. A few months later, the actor made an appearance on Letterman's show for an interview.
You look different than I remember. You've got a nice beard going, and
oh yeah, thank you.
Phoenix's wild beard and unusual behavior had people genuinely concerned that he'd lost his mind.
You're not going to act anymore?
No.
Huh.
I don't get why you would come onto a TV show, like a talk show, and be really standoffish and nonchalant. Why would you do it? Unless you're like forced to do it. But, because it's like, you're just wasting everybody's time.
Why is that?
I don't know.
However, it turned out that the appearance was an act to promote his upcoming mockumentary, I'm Still Here. After Phoenix apologized, he lied to Letterman again in 2014 by making up a story about getting engaged to his yoga teacher.
I'm like, I just want the audience to like me, and they really like people that are getting married. So I thought I'd say I was getting married.
Although both pranks received some backlash, Phoenix's thriving acting career proves that he got the last laugh.
He is a
Number
good actor.
11.
He's a good actor. I think he's got a movie where he's playing Napoleon. That'll be a good movie. Like, Gladiator's one of my favorite movies, and he was a great villain in that.
Shia LaBeouf's paper bag.
So you wore that.
Yeah.
All right.
Shia LaBeouf's bizarre behavior has produced many attention-grabbing headlines.
Do it.
He's volunteered to become a meme,
Do it!
watched all his movies with fans in a non-stop marathon, and applauded a song that painted him as a vicious cannibal.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
But LaBeouf's most famous stunt occurred on the red carpet. During the Berlin premiere of Nymphomaniac, he wore a paper bag with eye holes over his head that said, "I'm not famous anymore." The strange fashion choice may have been LaBeouf's way of distracting people from his plagiarism scandal, or it could have been another one of his performance art pieces. Number 10.
Weird.
Kim Kardashian's marriage to Kris Humphries. Most people get married expecting it to be a lifelong commitment, but for Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries, it took less than 3 months for things to come to a screeching halt.
Kim told ABC News, after careful consideration, I have decided to end my marriage.
The couple first began dating in October 2010, and their whirlwind romance culminated in a wedding ceremony less than a year later. The lavish event aired as a 2-part special on the E! channel.
Dude, what a waste of time and money. Because I'm sure they probably spent a lot on the ring, on the ceremony. Why? Purely just for the attention? Like,
reportedly cost millions of dollars.
Millions of
However,
dollars.
just 72 days after tying the knot, Kardashian said, "I don't," and filed for divorce.
In the divorce papers filed Monday, Kim said she doesn't want to pay Kris spousal support.
Due to the short-lived union and a claim by one of her supposed former publicists, many believed that the entire affair was orchestrated as a publicity stunt. Kardashian has since denied such claims.
You didn't marry to get ratings.
No.
Number 9. DJ Khaled proposes to Nicki Minaj.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wanna marry you. I'm here today at MTV. Nicki Minaj, will you marry me?
There's nothing like a celebrity marriage to get people talking. DJ Khaled knew this when he proposed to Nicki Minaj on MTV in 2013.
I prepared for this day. So I went and got this ring.
His heartfelt
That's a
confession
nice
of love
looking
and
ring.
stunning 10-carat ring made his proposal seem legit. However, it didn't take long for the truth to come out. Minaj and Khaled both admitted the proposal was a publicity stunt for an upcoming album. While Minaj said she didn't know about the stunt beforehand, she's also been accused of stretching the truth about her personal life. After fans were led to believe Minaj was bisexual, she revealed in an interview that she has no physical or romantic desires towards women. Number 8.
Like, DJ Khaled, he's such a funny dude. Like, all he does, like the songs that he's in, is yell his name. DJ Khaled! Like, what does he actually do? Does he produce the songs? Is he like a manager of type? Like, what does he actually do, DJ Khaled?
Kanye West interrupts Taylor Swift at the VMAs.
I remember
the 2009 VMAs went largely without any hitches, right until Taylor Swift won the award for Best Female Video. While the singer gave her acceptance speech, Kanye West infamously grabbed the mic from her and declared that Beyoncé should have won instead.
Taylor. I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Oh, God.
It wouldn't be the first time West showcased his inclination to air his opinions regardless of the consequences. But
that was so bad. He just ruined the moment.
It was probably the most shocking. When Beyoncé later received Video of the Year, she gracefully called Swift back on stage to have her moment.
Maybe we could try this again?
The incident lit a firestorm on social media, with many, including President Obama, criticizing West for it.
Wow.
He's a jackass.
While the rapper later apologized to Swift, his actions that night have had a lasting impact on their relationship since. Number 7.
Like Kanye, man, like some of his albums for me are legendary. Graduation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Like, but there's no denying that upstairs, he's not all there. He's not all there.
Farrah Abram lies about her tape. When reality TV star Farrah Abram was first asked about her rumored sex tape, she said it didn't exist.
So no, there's nothing like that and there should be no talk of that.
But after adult film performer James Dean confirmed he shot a scene with her, the story drastically changed. Abram claimed the tape was only for her personal use. She then sold it to adult film company Vivid Entertainment for around $1 million.
Why did you make the tape?
For me to be happy for myself and my own privacy.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You did it for the Benjamins.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
In less than a day, the Racy video racked up millions of views. Despite its popularity, Abram was criticized for apparently misleading people about the tape's release. While the Racy video's origins are confusing, it clearly got people looking in Abram's direction.
I have my body back. I am modeling again. I'm super happy and thankful and blessed that I'm where I am right now about my body.
Yeah, Number 6. Right. Meg and Jack White pretend to be siblings. For over a decade, siblings Meg and Jack White garnered praise as the Grammy Award-winning rock duo The White Stripes. Although the music was real, their familial connection was...
White Stripes, they did Dum 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 Dum, Seven Nation Army, right?
A lie. Jack originally said he formed the band after hearing his sister Meg play drums, but the two weren't related. In fact, they got married and divorced while playing in the band. Even after their marriage license was made public, the duo continued the lie until the band was dissolved. In 2005, Jack said that the sibling angle made them more interesting. It's up to fans to decide if the truth makes legendary singles like Seven Nation Army sound any less awesome. Number 5.
Seven Nation Army's probably got to be one of the most popular songs of the last 50 years. It's got to be in the top 20. That like dum 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 dum. It's just iconic.
Garth Brooks creates an alter ego.
Talking about Chris Gaines? Yeah, that lame ass trick.
Music fans are generally okay with musicians creating alter egos. Beyonce had Sasha Fierce, Eminem had Slim Shady, and country star Garth Brooks had the soul patch wearing Chris Gaines. In 1999, Brooks slimmed down and changed his hair to transform into his alter ego. While assuming the persona, he released an album, performed as Chris Gaines on SNL, and played the character in a Behind the Music special. Unfortunately, Gaines' music didn't generate huge album sales or interest.
I know. Garth is Chris Gaines. You really think I'm stupid, don't you?
As a result, a movie centered around Gaines was cancelled, and Brooks had to go back to being a hugely successful country star. Number 4. Ashanti's label sends threatening emails. If your PR stunt inspires talk of protests, you may be doing it wrong. In 2008, Ashanti released a murder-themed music video for her new single, The Way That I Love You. To promote the video, the label created the Gotchagram website. When users submitted their personal information, an email would be sent that said the user's life was in imminent danger.
What?
An email link would take them to a news report where their name was written in blood at a crime scene.
Oh my god.
The stunt received immediate backlash for its grim content. After people protested Ashanti, the label ended the bloody campaign.
They protested?
Number 3.
They protested that? Come on, people. What's going on? You didn't have to put your details in the website. I think sometimes people just look for an excuse to get angry these days. Like, oh my god, Ashanti did this thing.
Brian Williams exaggerates his Iraq story. Shortly after the Iraq War began, Brian Williams traveled abroad to cover the conflict for NBC News. During a difficult day in the field, a friendly helicopter was hit with an RPG. Although Williams originally told people this version of events, he later exaggerated the story to say he was in the helicopter struck by the RPG.
God.
Williams's reputation came under fire when his lie was exposed.
I made a mistake in recalling the events of 12 years ago.
Stop calling it a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It's stolen valor. That's what it is.
It did not take long to hear from some brave men and women in the air crews who were also in that desert. I want to apologize. I said I was traveling in an aircraft that was hit by RPG fire. I was instead in a following aircraft.
Furthermore, NBC suspended him from his lucrative NBC nightly news position.
Why lie?
After apologizing and taking a step back from the spotlight, he continued his reporting career on MSNBC. Whether he'll ever regain the level of trust he once inspired remains to be seen.
Why lie?
Number 2.
Why lie?
Steve Rannazzisi lies. The September 11th attacks irrevocably changed many lives. For 14 years, comedian Steve Rannazzisi claimed he was at the center of the tragedy. He claimed he was working for Merrill Lynch on the South Tower's 54th floor on that tragic day. After narrowly escaping, he was inspired to chase his comedy dreams in Los Angeles. However, a 2015 New York Times article revealed he never worked for Merrill Lynch.
Man.
And
like thousands of people died. Like some people really have no sense of morality. Like they'll lie about literally anything for clout. Literally anything. Even 9/11.
wasn't even in the towers during the attack. Rannazzisi apologized for the lie in a series of tweets. Although he kept his job on the league, Buffalo's Wild Wings' choice to pull commercials featuring Rannazzisi showed that some people weren't ready to forgive him.
I'm an idiot. I made a mistake. I made a terrible mistake.
It's not a mistake.
But this is not who I am, and I'm going to move on beyond this.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Jussie Smollett accused of staging an attack.
I will never be the man that this did not happen to. I am forever changed.
Oh my God.
In early 2019, Empire actor Jussie Smollett said that he was attacked by 2 men who screamed racial and homophobic slurs at him, threw liquid on him, and placed a noose around his neck. After he talked to police and received tons of support, rumors circulated that his January 29th attack had actually been staged. Following police investigation a few weeks later, the alleged attackers were revealed to be former Empire extras, and evidence had been reportedly uncovered, showing that Smollett had actually hired these men. Charged with lying to the police and filing a false police report, he was soon formally indicted on 16 felony counts by a grand jury in Chicago. Following his arrest, Fox announced his character wouldn't appear in the last 2 episodes of Empire Season 5. Smollett's ongoing story echoes the saga of Morton Downey Jr. The talk show host alleged he was attacked by skinheads.
Is he related to Robert Downey Jr.? I'm guessing it's his dad, maybe?
In 1989, but never filed a police report. In 2021, Smollett was found guilty and sentenced to 150 days in jail. As of June 2023, he is currently out on bond appealing his conviction.
You dummy. Jussie Smollett, what were you thinking? You had a good career. Yeah, you weren't A-list, but Empire was a really popular show. You know, I'm sure he had other things in the pipeline. What did he do this for? Was it purely for attention? Or did he think that maybe his acting profile would increase because of this? Whatever the thinking process was, it was a massive error. Massive error. I think a lot of these celebrities must have been under the influence of certain substances when they made these choices, because I don't think any rational, sensible person would make these decisions. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.